Here's a little prologue to days 24 and 25, which will be combined into one video that I will be uploading for you. Now, if you recall, on day 23, we had that problem with the machine having been down again and me having to wait such a long time. Then comes day 24. I go in and I say to myself, it'll be fine. They got it all resolved. I was okay yesterday. And they called me in. No problem with that. And I get onto the table. And what happens sometimes is because of the time that I go in, and that is 1 o'clock is by appointment. So it's really people's lunch hours. So even if I get somebody starting my treatment, that's not necessarily the same person who will finish my treatment. What they do is one will start it, and if the other one comes back from lunch, that one will take over and the other one disappears. So I don't know who's going to be there when I get out. So on this particular day, one of the girls that I love came back from lunch, and she was doing my my treatment at that point. And I had also brought them donuts from Dunkin' Donuts that day because I knew the next day was the last. So she thanked me very much for the donuts and told me how fresh and delicious they were. And I must tell you, I had this tremendous urge to take a big bite out of one of them. I love Boston cream donuts and I love jelly donuts, and I brought 2 of each, hoping that some of them would love it too, and apparently they did. So she's telling me what's going on, and she starts she does take the films, and she tells me, okay, we're starting treatment, and we start treatment, and it goes around to the first field, and it does the first field, and then it goes around, and I don't recall now whether the problem started on the second one or the third one, but on one of those, it was that same damn thing of the machine going around, and then it was like you hear something, but it's not the normal thing, and then it stops, and then it moves. And she said to me at that point, I'm going to have to reset the machine. I said, not with me in this position, you're not, because I was already in pain. They had me slightly off position this time, and I know at the minute I'm in the position now whether it's going to work or not, but it was a tiny bit off. So I said, I can't sustain the extra time, because apparently she said it tells her that it takes 2 to 3 minutes for the computer to reboot when it has to start another treatment. So what she had done was, when she ran into a problem, it had done a partial treatment on one of the fields, and then she went to another field and it also stopped mid-treatment. So now I had 2 partial treatments to deal with, plus 3 that were not done. So the first 2 were complete. I told her, I said, you have to come in here, it's not going to work. So she came in and she said to me, it told me 2 to 3 minutes, but I don't know what that actually means. I said, I have to move my legs. She said, if you move your legs, I have to take the pictures again. I said, I don't care. I cannot sustain this position while the machine goes through its machinations to try to work again. I'm going to spend the rest of my day trying to work again. It doesn't work for me. So I had to move my legs. She finally got the machine going again. She had to take the films again. I wound up, she said, okay, we're ready to go. She said, but it's going to be shorter because it's only 2 half treatments and 3 full treatments. Oh yeah? It was not shorter. If anything, it was longer. And then I worried, the half treatments, was I indeed getting half treatments or whole treatments? She assured me, though, the machine would not give me more than the intended dose. I hope it's true. Do I know it's true? Not at all. So at that point, that's what happened. So upcoming is going to be days 24 and 25, and you get to see the torture device. And then I had them throw it away. So on that note, my friends, if you decide to stick around and watch, let me know what you think at the other end. Okay, let's do a quick recap of today. Today was day 24 of my radiation. One more day to go. I just got back from meeting an agent over at the listing to show the house, and I'm tired. I wasn't feeling great today anyway. I was in a little bit of pain. Let me just, I'm looking peaked, so I just want to add a tiny little bit of cheek color. I had a feeling, I just wasn't in good shape today. I just didn't feel well. I slept last night, I guess from about 9:30 to about 11:30. I hadn't had dinner. I didn't feel like having dinner. I finally forced myself to have part of cottage cheese double, but I really didn't even want that. I was just plain tired and not at all hungry. I don't know if I mentioned I had lost another 1.2 pounds this week. I lost a pound the week before, so in this whole time I probably lost 5 or 6 pounds during the process. Not that I couldn't afford it, but probably not the best time to do it. So I had hoped that the last few days would be uneventful and would just go quickly, and that would be the end of it. I stopped at Dunkin' Donuts this morning on my way over there, and I brought donuts to the team. I just wanted them to know that I appreciated what they do for me when they talk to me, so I wanted to make sure that they had a little something that made them feel special. When I got into change my clothes, it was very cool in the changing room, the dressing room, so that was a good sign. When I got into the actual treatment room, it was very cool in the room. It was good. I only had one person helping me get into position. Usually there were 2 of them, and one was out to lunch, and there was only one person, so we were doing it just the 2 of us together, and he got me settled as much as possible, and then he walked out of the room and he got on the speaker and he said to me, okay, and he mentioned a name and I didn't hear the name clearly, is back from lunch and I'm leaving. And I said, wait a minute, you can't leave. Does the person who's left know to talk to me? And she got on the speaker and she said yes. It turned out it was Courtney, one of the ones that I know, but I couldn't discern her name when he had first said it, and I thought it was somebody new who didn't know me and didn't know that she needed to do it. So it was nice and cool in the room. They put a warm blanket on me. Everything was terrific. She took the x-rays. She said, okay, we're ready to start treatment. I never completed my last day of radiation video. I was just so tired. It had been such a long week, such a long siege for the 5 weeks, and so many incidents along the way with machinery gone awry and all kinds of issues. So it's over. Thank God it's over. I mean, to the point where I got I think I have it with me. I got my diploma. I graduated from radiation therapy, so I'm happy it's over, but the last few days were really tough, and I started to have some pretty terrible pain in my back, and that concerned me. I was hoping that it didn't do peripheral damage in an area that was definitely problematic. So seems to be a little bit better today, thank God. I just did my open house and I am back, and I'm gonna go home and just relax. I'm just plain tired. It's interesting because I ran into one of the girls in my office today who hasn't seen me in a while, certainly hasn't seen me during the course of the radiation, and she said to me, Jerry, you look great. She said, you look so healthy. And I said, yeah, I said, I want to at least look healthy. That's my goal, just to look healthy. I can't control what's going on, but I can do my best to control how I deal with it as long as I possibly can. So I'm getting closer and closer to that surgery. It is going to be on the, well, in a month, in just 4 weeks. And I am trying to get ready for it. I'm just sitting in my driveway, and people have a nasty habit of parking between my neighbor's driveway and mine, and they never want to get too close to his, so they tend to park into mine. I'm not going anyplace right now, but it's a pain in the arse. I am appalled by people who do not give a thought to what they're doing in terms of how it impacts on other people. Not nice, and so indicative of what goes on in so much of the world. It's all about me, just me. So this is the torture device. My knees are at the outermost point of it, and the bottom part of it is where my feet come out. So they have me spread eagle in that device. It starts at my waist in the back, and it goes down into this position. Does that look comfy? Not. But guess what, folks? It's day 25. I survived radiation treatment. Hey! I'm going to show you what they gave me. I survived it. It is all over. And I have the diploma to prove it. Yay! This is the last one. Okay, on to the rest of the torture. See you soon.